Hello guys, welcome. I am happy, Octo is happy, the whole country is happy. Well, this was an incredible game. Welcome to the game review of game number 3, Ding versus Gukesh at Singapore World Championship of Chess. Let's dive into the game without wasting any time. And yeah, well, guys, finally, we get some other opening. I predicted that we'll get a lot of e4s, but you know what? This time around, it was d4 from Gukesh. Well, I expected this because Gukesh does play d4 whenever he wants to, win a game or something. Uh, so, well, Gukesh plays d4, and this time around, Ding does not go for. Okay, so the first game he went for e4, he went for French, but this time around he goes for the knight opening. And well, basically it's more than nothing like it's more like a queen's gambit because you are giving up this pawn and then expecting the black piece to just take on this c4, but Ding won't play that variation. He doesn't play that much. He plays more solid positions. So Gukesh surprisingly went like they just early took the position on d5 because he thought, I don't know, maybe giving up flank pawn for the center pawn. So I mean, mostly, you know what? I play this move a lot in I mean, obviously, I am a Queen's Gambit player, but I play this mostly on the shorter format of games like Blitz or like 3 minute game, or maybe in Arena Kings. I play this a lot. I just take this early pawn, but I did not know that at Grandmaster level as well you do this. So this was very surprising for me when I saw this. Uh, Okay, fine. Gukesh already had a prep in his mind, so it was not shocking to other chess fans, but shocking for me because this is how I play, man. I did not know that I played some grandmaster lines in even the most normal games in my chess. So yeah, Ding takes back with the e pawn. Now, Mukesh is trying to, centralize his knights, and well, this also something that I play. Okay, I just like the early queen activity, and even I don't even think about castling till few moves. Like if I know the black is castling on the king side, only then I castle on the king side. Otherwise, I wait on develop my pieces, and I, well, let's say I don't think me and Gukesh have the similar styles, but in some ways I see some. Uh, Similarities between the plays. All right, so yeah, Ding just thought of Fian shuttering his bishop and more of a King's Indian defense type of setup he wanted to go for, and yeah, well, he just wanted the queen to go off from this line so that Gukesh had to, somehow play this forced move because he doesn't want to go back, right? So he wanted to attack here, and it can also be very easily countered. But then the thing is, you get a double pawn on the black side, and mostly black doesn't want that. But still, black was like thinking of, I think Ding was thinking of a draw over here if the queens are exchanged and then you have double pawn, and then it feels like you have a double pawn here, but then I don't know, it's more drawish if white takes the queen. So I don't know, maybe this was a passive strategy by Ding to like give up a queen on trade, but surprisingly, Gukesh didn't go for the queen trade because as we know, Gukesh, he likes to complicate stuff. Um, so he attacked the bishop instead, so that he'll have a tempo. Uh, but Ding again, I thought like Ding was going for the draws, because as he is already up a point, so it's a strategy that is viable. And now white has double pawns on b file, but I don't think that is a problem at all. So Ding just wanted to attack this pawn. He thought like he will take this queen here and you have double pawn, and then thing is you can just put your bishop here and take this pawn away. But he thought wrong, because we have bishop goes to f4, and the thing is, what is happening is the knight will come here and protect this pawn, whereas you are having this whole file, plus you can come here and also pin this unless you go here. So in a way, this whole bishop idea of fianchetto chateau is negated by this bishop coming over here. So this is what I thought Gukesh was going for. So Welding started attacking on the king's side, because he thought that okay, castling is not gonna happen, and my bishop fianchetting is also not a good thing. So he just thought like maybe the bishop is good at this file and not here. So he just went for the attack on the king's side, which I don't think was backed up pretty much well. So again, Gukesh was never thinking of castling, because from move one, I just thought that Gukesh was there to attack and win this game, and I think maybe castling is a bit slow these days, and you know, players, grandmasters prefer in shorter formats to just not castle and have some solid positions, not ways that move in that castling. Like, come on, castling is old now. How far has the game come in chess? Like, people don't even consider castling. So the pawn takes, and knight is developed. I'm still like not sure why did he just take this pawn and then put his bishop over here. But maybe he was thinking like if the bishop takes and then you, I don't know, like put this pawn here, and this bishop is kind of good on this file, and the bishop can really come back, and then it would be wasting a lot of moves. But I still think he could have taken this pawn, and yeah, well, so now it is too late, because now once the knight comes here and the pawn is protected, the bishop looks very silly over here, and let me tell you, it's going to be trapped next. So again, rook comes here. I don't know, makes no sense. Mostly he was thinking of attacking here, but again, and before that happens, Google just pushes this pawn, and the position of knight is kind of compromised. So the knight goes here, and very simple move that he will go back, because there is no other good option. Again, the rook is trying to attack. I think Ding at this moment just became very desperate, and he lost a lot of time as well thinking. Because if he wanted to play this moves, why was he thinking this much? Like, this felt like very less of a thought. And again, Gukesh doesn't care much about his king's safety, so he just plays f3. Mostly people don't play f3, but this position was okay because there is no queen, and the bishop is also not having any entry over here. So it just felt like, right now the point of attacking was through the center, because this move only does one thing, which is provide safety on the square e4, so that the pawn is pushed. And once the pawn is pushed, the bishop is kind of trapped, because once it takes, and then now bishop has not nowhere to go. And once the rook comes here, the bishop is kind of trapped. So Again, he had the chance of going back here, but well, it was not looking that great, and he thought maybe he can put this bishop here and divert the mind of Gukesh on that bishop instead. Gukesh just went for better moves. He moved his knight away so that he would attack the bishop. Then the bishop just goes up, and nothing much is happening now. Very, very, I don't know, the computer and everyone in the panel as well were like, what is this move? Why he wants to go for the pawn? Uh, the rook just looks silly over there. At this point, he could have gone bishop back, and which was decent move. It was Joy's position. But the thing is, the moment he did this, it was a bit of like advantage for white. Again, the white had to play exact moves. All right. So once obviously the idea was to push e4, and once e4 happens, like it takes, and now the bishop is kind of trapped. Can't go here, can't go here. Can't take this. So now, how do you even protect this bishop? But in comes Ding with the knight and attacking this square, because now he's trying to take this pawn and protect the bishop. So uh, Gukesh continues because he wants to take the bishop. And the thing is, even if you take two pawns for this bishop, Ding is not that bad. So he takes the pawn and protects this bishop. But again, a series of excellent moves by Gukesh, three excellent moves in a row. It felt like Gukesh was there to just give up his pawns, but take that piece away and take the major advantage in the game. And if you give two pawns away, that's fine. Plus, he has a double pawn here, so it felt like three pawns against one uh, a piece. So now bishop comes in to protect this knight, and once you play this, so again four excellent moves in a row by Gukesh. Gukesh was just on point on every move today. Um, Knight takes, attacking the rook. So rook has to take the bishop. It takes, and knight is also taken away because more the pieces are off the board. Now it feels like there are three pawns here. So two pawns up, uh, pawns wise, and one piece down. So it felt really like only plus one advantage for Gukesh, but the thing is, his pieces are quite active, and whereas you see here, this rook is doing nothing, this rook is doing nothing, this bishop is good on the fianchetto shadow, but again, it doesn't help much because there is no other piece coordinating with it, and the knight is again like too defensive position. So Ding thought of centralizing his knight, putting it at the best square and having control over the board. But at this point, it was too late because Gukesh also has this knight, which is in a good position. Ding tried to pin this knight because the king is under check. So king moves. Again, excellent move by Gukesh. Ding tries desperately to pin this bishop as well. But again, Gukesh on point. Defensively and attackingly, he was master classing Ding, and well, it felt like the old Gukesh was back. The attacking and the tactical Gukesh was seen in this game again. So yeah, rook coming here was like, okay, fine. Again, the right idea was to take this open file by the rook and then maybe force an exchange here. And there was a very good line that happened. I'll tell you in the next. Like the king goes back, which is also a good move according to the engine as well. And now bishop goes here and the rook goes back again. It looks silly over here, but he's trying to take this pawn. But the thing is, you can't take this pawn because after this amazing, according to me, it's a brilliant move. But well, obviously the ins would think it's very obvious. But for humans to comprehend this, like mostly what we would think is like our ELO will just take this and take this, and we feel like we are a piece up, and then we just keep exchanging everything and just come here and exchange this rook as well, exchange everything. So this is what we would think, right? But not Gukesh. He just went knight here, and at this point it was like time crunch for Ding, because he had just 1.49 minutes on the clock, 1 minute 49 seconds on the clock, and he it was move number 33. So he had to make like 7 moves for the time control to increase by 30 minutes. So he couldn't make, I mean, how can you make 7 moves, 7 accurate moves in that amount of time? Because Gukesh was just going at Ding and playing faster and playing those accurate moves, so that Ding was under a lot of pressure. And you can also see on his face if you saw the match live. Uh, Again, it was kind of forced. The and king takes was more important, because bishop take won't make much sense. King takes, and now what happens is you can't take this. Yeah, what was happening was yeah, you take with the king, and the thing is, if you take here with the rook, uh, bishop comes here, and look at this. Oh no, wait. Yeah, that's the thing. This comes here, this takes, rook takes, bishop comes here, and then it is kind of a checkmate. So this was the line, and I saw this. Mostly casters also saw that, but that did not happen. But the thing was, yeah, Ding played bishop, which is decent because it stops a lot of things, and the rook would go here, but again, it's all, now the rook takes, which is also again not that great move, because now the bishop comes here, attacks this, and at this point it was like two less time for Ding left, like again 9 seconds on the clock. Come on, you cannot make five more moves in 9 seconds, even if you thought everything through in your opponent's time. So yeah, pawn push, and here Ding just lost on time. Well, this is after a long time that in a world championship match someone has lost on time. I think in last championship Ding did lose on time. I'm not sure about it. Maybe he resigned before the time ended, but it was very less time for him, like 2 3 seconds on the clock, and he resigned against Nepo, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, so in a way, Gukesh came back with a victory. So Octo, now we are one and a half with Ding, and Gukesh seems like the monster that he is, and he's going to be well. Let's not jinx it, but he's going to be the youngest grandmaster who defeats a world champion from coming from humble backgrounds, then just playing as a kid, and then now he's 18 years old, goes on challenging the world champion, wins the candidate tournament, and just comes out of nowhere. Like even before pandemic, we didn't even hear his name, right? But during this time, he just improved so much on his game, and he's very lovable among all the chess players as well as fans. And well, I met him twice, and both times was very humble, and he even recognized me second time. But again, I don't know if he recognized me with the face, or just that we met before. But again, even when I met him in 2022 in DreamHack Hyderabad, he was very, very humble and down to earth. And I also congratulated him to his future endeavors. And I at that moment I met Arjun Arigasi as well, and I thought maybe Arjun could become the world champion someday. So I was wishing him, I wished Arjun that you become a world champion someday. But turns out Gukesh is on the line to becoming the world champion, because Gukesh and Arjun were having a death match at that time in Hyderabad, and both were there. So I met them both. Both again very humble people, very soft spoken. Um, I think Gukesh still shows some emotions, but Arjun is like so pure in his approach in life, and that's what is seen on the board as well. Arjun is now world number two on FIDE EL ratings, and Gukesh is Gukesh. So yeah, I think even in the press conference today, Gukesh was very, very fired up. Like there was some reporter who asked him that Magnus Carlsen just cast him out. Like on the game one, he was not looking good. He was making bad choices. The moves were not making any sense. So Gukesh said, like, even Magnus Carlsen in his first world championship match was not looking that great. So that's some fiery answering. Like, come on, Magnus. I mean, obviously they both don't have any rivalry at all, but it feels like Gukesh is getting riled up by the former world champion, and he's like, "Hey, come on, you're not playing world championship anymore, so stop commenting on my gameplay." I'm feeling good in both games, even if we won and drew the first two games. So yeah, now finally Gukesh has a win. First win in World Championship games. Gukesh, 18 years old from India. Amazing gameplay, and I wish him all the best. And again, this is just the beginning, because this is game 3, and the game 3 has become very exciting. Come on, I don't even know how it is going to be next, because I think if Gukesh keeps playing d4, he's gonna win a lot of games with white. So I hope he plays d4. I like d4 Gukesh. I don't like e4, or I don't like e4 any grandmaster. Like, they are so boring games. With the d4, you just give yourself a chance. Sure, it can go against you as well, but most uh, tactical players just find a way to win with the Queen's Gambit. And yeah, Gukesh did today. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and also comment below what do you want me to do next in my review, how I can enhance them. What else do you want me to say, because I'm mostly not thinking in the engine lines and all. Sure, I do watch the engines and do analyze the position myself, but mostly at the end of the day, what I feel about the game, this is what I say, and what I feel about the players, how they play. That's what I include in my review and analysis. So, guys, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments how do you like the video, and I have been getting a lot of messages like. So this review also I did because someone asked me to, like, can you do review of the World Championship games, because I did attend the World Championship last year in Kazakhstan, but I did not do any reviews. Briefly remember the point where everyone was in the media room, and even I had the chance to ask question to the grandmasters, but I was too shy to ask them any question, because I thought maybe if I asked something wrong, it would be like, obviously I had a good question in mind, but then I didn't have the right courage to ask those questions. But now today I saw that there were random people coming in and asking questions. Well, the media room, that atmosphere is very electric, amazing. And look at Ding, he's like so silent and polite. He barely even answers any question, and it takes like eternity for him to even complete his sentences. So that's very cute of Ding. Like obviously, I rooted for Ding against Nepo. So let's say even if Ding survives and wins the world championship, it won't be the baddest part of chess, because I think both are good players and both are contemporaries, and Ding is at his best. He was at his best, but I think Gukesh now, with the age factor, and he's more active, playing all the tournaments. So I think Gukesh is the future, but let's see what happens in the other games. This was game number 3 review, and guys, also I'm going live like just minutes away from going live streaming, because we are streaming Arena Kings today, and let's see what we can do. We can analyze all these Grandmaster games, but then it comes to playing our own game, then we just struggle. So yeah, well, I'm also getting there. Let's see how it happens. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe. Bye bye. Octo, say bye. Octo just doesn't say anything, man. Just keep staring into Octo's eyes for 30 seconds, because now the video recommendation will pop up, and then there will be a best video over here, and then there will be a playlist of all the game reviews. You can also check them all out. Thank you so much. Bye bye.